This series lifts the gluteals, defines hamstrings, and develops a smaller waist. You'll need a mat, a sturdy chair, or a counter hip height. For warming up, lifting our knees up to the chest, swinging the arms out from the shoulders, taking deep breaths here, and pulling up through the abdominal wall to create some space between the hips and the rib cage. When you press your foot down into the floor on the warm-up, make sure the heel is touching and the opposite leg is straight. A few more. And we're ready. Let's come down to a kneeling position in front of the chair or counter. Your knees are about hips-width apart and parallel. Hands lightly on top of the chair. Pull the abdominals in, drop the tailbone down and back. Now slide one foot back on the floor behind you so the working leg is slightly behind the kneeling leg. Square the hips, drop the tailbone, and lift, touch, lift, touch. So the movements are going to be very small on a diagonal corner. Keep the working leg behind the supporting leg at all times.
And what's so unique about this exercise, it works your hips, your gluteals, and your waist.
When we pause and reset, we want to tilt the pelvis forward again, square the hip. Take the toe off the floor. Now little lifts to the side. Up, up, up. Try to keep the toe slightly off the floor at all times so that the gluteal muscle is really feeling the weight of your working leg. Notice the posture very lifted in the front of the body. The hips are pressing forward, the shoulders are pressing down. And release. Reposition. Square off the hips. Drop the tailbone, pull the abdominals in. Now take the toe up and small presses back, hold, back, hold, back, hold.
Also, to help stabilize the upper body, pull down on your chair or counter.
The movements will become very small as the pelvis holds the position stronger. Try to keep your working leg behind your supporting leg at all times. Small presses back now. Back, back, press. Press. Each time you press, you want to go deeper into the seat muscle and the hamstring area.
And you'll also feel your weight-bearing kneeling side as well.
And release. Okay, now the next set we're going to do a rotation from the thigh, a little bit of a turnout position. So the hips remain square. Just rotate the leg out from the hip. And same movement diagonal, slowly lift, touch. Lift, touch, lift, touch, just like that. You want to try to maintain space between the knees so the body weight is leaning ever so slightly towards the moving leg. Hold the position, reposition. Now small lifts to the side on the diagonal, lifting up, up, up.
And again, as all core fusion work, try to keep your abdominals lifted up and pulled in.
Try to get to the end of the set. The longer you can keep your leg up in the position, the faster you'll see results and get benefits. And release down. Now squaring off the hips again, dropping the tailbone and pulling in, same turned out leg, presses back, hold, back, hold. When you're pressing back in a turned out position, you're incorporating the rotator muscle, so the work is going to feel a lot deeper. Enjoy that. That's your butt lifting, and it's really tremendous for shaping you. Now same press back on this set, a little quicker. Back, back, press. Keep the movement small, work with control.
And try to keep lifting up and out of your hips.
You don't need to do a lot of reps to really make this work. You just need to stay in the right position and use the concept of less is more. And release down. Now let's take a stretch. Sit back to your heels. Now raise your arms and drop your hips to the same side that you just worked. Side bend stretch away from the working leg. This helps to open up the hip, the gluteal, and the outer thigh. Repeat the stretch on the other side. And we come back up to center. Okay, let's